In this new anime, the crazy army already arrives, passing the knife on the people of the mountains without pity nor mercy, and a special boy called Yuru needs to be protected by his guardians who are stylish yokai. If you got curious, stay with me until the end, and let's go to the video. On a night of strong winds in a village that stays in the mountains, twins are about to be born. The old Yamaha tells the mother to hold one of the hunting food, as usual, and shoots an arrow in stealth in a bird. The animal is gone and did not even feel anything. Yuru looks to the skies that have an airplane passing and thinks that it is a dragon fart the trail in the sky. Yuru returns to his village, and who receives him is his friend Danji, who gets angry for him having gone to hunt alone again. Yuru is relaxed and says that it was calm. But Danji worries because something could have happened and he would not have a way to ask for help. Yuru says that the directional lords will take care of his well-being. Danji is happy that the food of the day will be a copper pheasant. Everyone of the village likes Yuru a lot. He is to help. But the bum leaves because he has allergy to work. Yuru asks if his sister Asa is well. Yamaha says that she is working a lot. Yuru goes to visit the little sister, and sister gets impressed, but he wanted to have caught a boar or a deer much bigger, and it is more meat for everyone. Yuru says that it did not rain much this year, so he is worried with the plantations and they can stay without stock for the winter. For this, it is good for him to hunt more, to make either dried meat or sun meat. Asa says if the residents will have to work in the lowlands, and it may be that this happens, will even Yuru have to go, but he affirms determined that he will not go to any place. For this, he has been training a lot to hunt. His function is indispensable for the village. Asa does not want that her brother go away and abandon her, like their parents did with the two. Village. Yuru goes to receive him and will get a present for the sister, so Dara gives a little ball to them. In exchange, Yuru gives a pheasant feather. Dara goes away, and Danji comments with the Proto that he wanted a lot to leave the village because everyone who goes to the lowlands rarely returns. So for him, Yuru logically rejects and says that Danji is a bad example for his sister. Asa's work is important for the village. The interesting is that Danji never saw Asa and doubts that she even exists. Then Yuru says that few people have permission to see her. She also would never meet with a slacker. After the light mood, another airplane passes through the skies, or better, a dragon fart according to Yuru. Then sounds of helicopters approach more and more, but Yuru and Danji do not know what this is. Could it be a dragon, really? A hand appears and destroys the barrier that hid the village. Dara feels this and gets on alert. Yuru and Danji see more airplane trails and come to see the thing. Then helicopters finally appear above the village. The thing is getting tense. All the village is with fear or surprised with that. Said that soldiers appear, and one already passes the knife in one of the residents. Another shoots at Dara. Yamaha says that the barrier was broken and knows that Yuru is the target and orders the henchmen to grab him and hide him. Yuru and Danji find several villagers dead and run. Gabby comes down from the helicopter and uses something mysterious to send everyone there to F. And it is a rain of red ink with everyone going dragged. A child witnesses her mother fallen without life on the ground. Less bad is that this Gabby does not finish off children, but adults go all to the ditch. The girl gets traumatized and faints. Then Gabby sends a message to her group saying that the troop can come. Meanwhile, Dara came. Because of that, they will change their meeting point, and Dara says that probably Asa returned. And right after, the real Asa appears. Asa says that it was supposed to be only the bow and arrow. She is still training this power. Then from the blood of the false Asa appears an entity that holds the arm of that true Asa. And the old woman orders Dara to run away with Yuru to the lowlands. Dara obeys, and even closer, and Dara and Yuru need to go down the mountain. The poor Yuru is not understanding anything, and now there is no way to escape F. There is the invader who says to be Asa, and his mind is going into short circuit. Dara cannot explain anything and tells Yuru to use a mystical amulet and summon the directional lords. He needs to place the amulet in the hole in the ground that is between the two statues. Dara says this and does not explain anything to Yuru. I would also ask what for this, but well, someone has to act, and Yuru places the amulet in the hole. After that, Dara pushes the boy's face into the ground and his blood spreads on the amulet. Yuru gets confused about why this. Act the helicopters. They bite and crush both helicopters. Yuru does not know what he is seeing. Said that Dara grabs the boy and runs so that they are not hit by the debris. Now Gabby got sad because she lost the ride and will have to go down the mountain walking. Her Tsugai is irritated and she hopes that the enemy Tsugai is not so strong. Yuru gets up and hears some strange voices. One called right and another left that need to obey their master, not matching the age. Dara says that they are called monsters Yomthing. Each one calls it whatever they want. These two are Yuru's Tsugai. Yuru's father took him through the passage that connects the central area to the directional lords. A long time ago, it was built by the lords when a castle stayed there. But it is secret and Yuru cannot tell to anyone. On that day, his father told how to leave the village and told him that the directional lords will always protect him. So he can trust in them. The right and the left accompany him for a long time and will be the subordinates of Yuru from now on. The right gets impressed that the current master is a crybaby little child. Left says that it is not the master's fault. He does not know anything. Dara introduces himself to the lords and they already know who Dara is. They observe him for a long time coming to the village. Right broke the strange things and asked what kind of crazy bird are these. Dara says that it is a vehicle from the lowlands, but now there is not much time for talk. So he asks help to the lords to go away and go down the mountain in safety. Right and left cannot obey him. The only one who commands them is their new master Yuru. Their orders are absolute. Dara knows this. But there is no way for Yuru to understand the things in this critical situation. Then, Gabi arrives and notices the strong Tsugai present. She thinks that they can be from the old man Dara. Dara goes crazy that he threw a grenade in the toothy monster and nothing happened. Gabi says that he is not a monster. Very rude to say this about her little creature. Gabi discovers that the boy is Yuru, the twin who was born at night. Yuru is nervous that everyone he knows died and still has not forgotten what happened with his sister. Right says that it is just to give the order that they do what the master wants. But Yuru does not have this intention to give orders to the lords of the village. They need to protect everyone. For this, Yuru will make 2 requests for them to rescue the survivors and take them to a safe place and that they do not get involved in his fight against the short girl. For the rest, the lords do whatever they want. Right gets very happy that the mess is allowed. Meanwhile, Asa throws the old woman far away and her Tsugai protects her. She says that she will never forgive the old Yamaha and the others for what they did and leaves. Asa meets Danji and his mother, but ignores them and disappears from there. The right advances and the toothy tries to stop him, however cannot. The right goes to take care of the village and asks Left to be careful with the big teeth. Left takes advantage and kicks strongly like a striker in the big teeth. She will do as the master ordered what she wants. Gabi takes an arrow in the leg, and when she is about to take another, her Tsugai protects her, taking her away from there. Yuru pursues her and Dara so that they were already supposed to be out of the mountain. Right wakes up the child and sees if she is well, but the girl cannot see anything and only hears the voice. Then he reveals himself and says that she can stay calm, that he is not a monster. But the girl faints, and so he takes her to where there are other children. Every time that he revealed himself, all the children fainted. Also, right, my good, look at this appearance. If a child sees either faints or cries of fear, still good that these invaders did not touch the children, at least a drop of morals they have. Asa meets with Right, and she can see him, then uses her strange power on him, and Right already uses a super roar and defends himself from the attack. Asa does not care and ignores the words of Right and goes away. Right is pissed with the lack of education of the younger ones. Then, with his sharp smell, senses something familiar in her. Left is in a strength fight against the toothy ones, and Gabi is trying at maximum to get away from her. But Left is too strong and opens the mouth of its Tsugai, and Gabi takes an arrow in the shoulder. Then Asa arrives and destroys the stones to save Gabi. Yuru wants to know who is the delinquent. She says once more that she is his sister Asa, but the Proto does not believe. His sister is much smaller and is not bad. She says that many things happened for her to be who she is today. Right arrives and says that family cannot fight among themselves and reveals that this one with black hair has blood with the same smell as Yuru. She is indeed Asa. So who was the other? Asa says that she is an imposter. Everything began when she ran away 10 years ago with her parents. After that, the old Yamaha created the fake Asa so that Yuru would not leave the village searching for his family. While she was there, Yuru would stay in the village forever. The truth thrown in Yuru's face leaves the boy in shock, and Dara says that he can end the melodrama. That today is already enough. He says that if Yuru stays there, the village runs more risk of being destroyed. Some people may have survived. Yuru says for them to stop with the deaths, that he lets them go away and leaves from there. Gabby says that she could not let Yuru go away. But Asa would not leave a friend behind injured. She is already happy that Yuru is alive, and Gabby says that her brother is unstoppable, and Asa gets emotional with this encounter that she had with him. She cries and cries of happiness, and Gabby comforts her and notices that the barrier of the village is becoming active again, and there are some people that really are still alive. Now, Asa needs to go away in definitive, the old woman who rebuilt the barrier. On the outside, some random tourists saw the helicopters before and think that it was the rescue of missing people who disappear in masses in the region and are never found. The guy already heard about this in a legend of the mountain Mayoega. The story is that you make a trail in the mountain and suddenly step in another world, a village that exists in a place where it was supposed to be only nature reigning. And when returns from where it came, there is nothing anymore. Dara and Yuru pass running by them, and the two think that they are reporters or hunters. Then a strong wind passes by them, and they want to go away. Little do they know that it was the lords passing through the skies. Yuru and Dara run and cannot see the village anymore, and if Yuru wants to return, he will go to Hef, because the people who know the exact location of the village will return and make more victims if Yuru is there, since they can break the barrier whenever they want. Dara says that he needs to hide in another place, and the two go down until where Hannah is. She gets out of the car and complains that she did not know that Tsugai would come together. It was supposed to be only the boy. Dara apologizes and explains better on the way. They need to run from there before they're caught. Right and left are impressed with the car. They never saw something like that before. It is a beautiful piece of metal for left. Hannah introduces herself to Yuru and says that she works together with Dara in the lowlands. Dara asks the lords if there is any Tsugai user nearby. Wright says that the bar is clean. Dara then says that it is time to go to a more busy place and tells the boy to enter. Yuru does not want to enter in a suspicious thing like this. Dara explains that this is a car made of metal that has a driver. So Hannah makes it easier for the understanding of the ignorance and says that there is a horse inside that makes them run fast. Now the lords and Yuru understood and follow the trip. Gabby says that the people are late to pick them up. Could it be that they got stuck inside the barrier? But Asa has signal and is talking with their rescue that are arriving, said that Jean Kajimori arrives with his team and they took long because they brought a stretcher for Gabby. Jean says that he should have come with them since Tsugai appeared in that village. Gabby says that the injury already stopped bleeding. She says to Jean that she took an arrow in the leg and then in the shoulder. He gets worried and says that this is not a simple injury. Gabby says that he can relax since she is used to feel pain. There is something there with the girl. Could it be that there will be a sad backstory at some point? Jean asks if Asa's brother really exists, and she says that Yuru is alive and well. Jean swore that he blocked all the passages of the mountain to prevent Yuru from escaping, but he may have gone by another secret route, so they can search by helicopter. But Jean says to leave it quiet. They lost too many people besides 2 helicopters. Gabby says that a certain Dara helped Yuru to escape. Jean knows this name. He is from the Tadera family. Right now they encountered one of the Tadera. Jean really wanted to have brought his Tsugai. And on the other side, Yuru and company flee by car through the road, and Dara explains everything that happened to Hannah, the enemy Tsugai, the destruction of the village, and the agents that Dara gave fatality on them. Hannah says that now they are with a big problem if the enemy arranges more troops to go after them. Dara knows this and thinks that the responsible are the Kajimori. Now that they know his name, it is better for him to go to another place. Hannah only wanted to live in peace and now has the Kajimori bothering. The lords are relaxed on top of the car, taking wind in the face when they feel something. Left says that there is a Tsugai getting close to them, but it is not a dangerous Tsugai. It will not hurt them. A beautiful Tsugai appears, friend of the lords, and she says that it has been a long time that she does not see the lords. It means that they must have a new master now. Right says that he does not even remember anymore how is the world of the lowlands, and Left says that it has already been about 400 years that their new master is a child, and the Tsugai of the white horse gets happy because she loves children. Right reveals that he is one of the children divided by the day and by the night. She understands the situation and asks what they will do. The lords do not know and only need to hide the master now in a busy place. The lady hopes that they stay well and wishes all the best to them and goes away. Dara goes crazy with what he saw, and Hannah agrees. They tell Yuru that that was the goddess Oshira, who is at a different level from the directional lords. Yuru does not understand anything of this, and Dara thanks for this unique moment. Right and left are also gods in the village, but they do not have all this prestige with the others. Hannah says that there are different types of tsugai, but they are only categories that humans make to facilitate things. There are those who are gods, others yokai. Some live in peace with humans, like the goddess Oshara, and others are summoned by the master to commit crimes, like the one of the big teeth there from the village. The tsugai is formed by the upper and lower jaw. They say that when he does not like his master, he devours him without pity. Gabby is taken on the stretcher, and Asa says that she will take the scolding from the master together with her. Jean says to not worry about this, just to be able to tell the master that Yuru is alive is enough. Gabby is sure that she would be in the enemy's hand if Asa had not appeared. The tsugai of the boy are strong, but Yuru himself is good too, since he has the instinct of a hunter. There are some random soldiers who cannot leave the village anymore. Now that the barrier was remade, they passed through the same point for the 5th time. Now it is over for them. Yuru and the group travel at night, and the boy witnesses for the first time lights of the city, something that he never saw before. Hannah gives new clothes and food to Yuru, who finds this different tunic strange. Hannah explains, and Dara, all stylish, brings footwear for Yuru. Yuru stays in shock that there is pure white rice in the lowlands and still comes seaweed together. This indeed is food of rich people. Hannah helps him to open the anajarai, and Yuru finally tastes the food of the gods and gets very excited. Dara lets him eat at will and gives everything to him like a grandma. Yuru wanted very much that his sister Asa could taste with him. Then the one on the right wants to know where they are, and Dara says that it is like a modern inn. It has restaurant and bathrooms inside, and they also sell souvenirs. Right and left stay with eyes shining like children with so much novelty. Dara calls them to go see, but the lords will stay with their master, and the left says for them to go eat and stay chill. Dara calls Hannah, and she says for them not to go to the driver's seat. Right says that they have to give food to the horse inside the metal box, and Hannah says that oil will serve later. Inside the restaurant, Dara says that he did not tell anything very detailed to Yuru, because seeing the fake sister go away and another appear in the place is already traumatic enough for the boy. It is better not to stress the boy. Hannah realizes how Dara is gentle, and he is only easing things for the child to be well. Hannah does not like children, so she does not care about this. She asks what to do now. Maybe take Yuru to Dara's house. But it will not work, because his face leaked to the enemy and will have to take Yuru to another place. Hannah says that a homeless taking care of other people's child is rough. Dara says that Hannah has responsibility in this, because as she has tsugai, she will have to do something. Hannah understands, and Dara says that they need to marry. Like that, suddenly, Hannah already grabs her brass knuckles and says that the ring will be in Dara's face. That one there is crazy and almost makes a scene in the restaurant. Dara asks her calm and says that this is only part of the plan to hide Yuru and pretend normality. In a big city, it is easier to blend in. Hannah says that they do not have to marry. It is only to share an apartment. Dara says that the rent is cheaper for those who have family and will not draw attention from people. Hannah says that she can be Yuru's older sister and Dara the single father. But with that, Dara says that then people will gossip about the most diverse scenarios of a guy with 2 children. For that reason, Dara says that he had Yuru in the first marriage, then married again with a younger woman and done. The guy is already deciding which surname it will be, his or Hannah's. Now yes, Dara will get beaten by the woman. First argument by people. Right and left are trying to find the horse that is in the car. I find it cute and funny. Yuru leaves the car and says that he ate everything and nothing was left for the directional lords. But this is not a problem for them, since they do not eat human food. Then Yuru can give names to his tsugai. Then he thinks of Mr. and Madam, but he is the master. So why be formal? Only right and left is fine. Said that. Yuru asks for them to tell everything they know about him and Asa. It has been 400 years that the directional lords stay in the eastern village, but they only saw people entering and leaving. They only knew from what they heard from the people around them. What happened inside the village, there was no way for the lords to know. But a short time later, people commented that twins were born, and then they started to see Yuru there. Yuru always went out with his father to hunt and inherited his talent for the thing. Left says that the strange thing is that they never saw Asa go out. For that reason, they thought that she had gotten sick and died after being born. But 10 years ago, they saw the parents of the twins fleeing the village with Asa very little. Yuru thought for many years that he and Asa had been abandoned, but it seems that it was only him. Because of that, Yuru decided to go after the true Asa and make her take him to his parents. Dara and Hannah arrive, but Hannah is pissed and says that now she is Yuru's legal guardian. He does not know what that is. She says that she is the one who will have to clean Yuru's, but if the kid does crap. Dara says that Yuru can go to the bathroom, but the boy went to do number 1 and number 2 in the bush. Not like that, my friend. Hannah tells him not to sit on top of the car because it draws attention. He asks why the lords can. That is because the two cannot be seen by common humans. Only Tsugai users like Yuru can see them, or if they want to reveal themselves. But there are those who see them by instinct or intuition, like dogs that have a sharpened sixth sense. So much so that a little puppy barks fiercely at them and the owners stay clueless. The group leaves and Yuru asks about the Kajimori. Dara says that they are also Tsugai users and says that they were also from the eastern village, but did not agree with some things and left there and built their life in the lowlands. Hannah says not to get involved with the Kajimori, and Dara says that many people already left the village to live in the modern world and spread rumors that one of the twins was with the Kajimori, and Dara discovered this through his contact. Meanwhile, a woman runs away from someone and goes to the building elevator. She enters the elevator and tries to close the doors fast, but it is useless. A rebellious emo enters and tells Oi not to run like that. She tells the guy to go away, but for him there is no way, because he needs to stay close to her to stab. He gets close and enters Aoi's territory, who turns into a thing, said that an abyssal fish comes from below to eat the guy. Jean is outside talking with the real Aoi and says that the subject will not cause trouble anymore. He made him promise not to get close to Aoi anymore. As you can see, that one there will not even get close to the house again, went to sleep in the mouth of the fish. A random girl is going home opens the elevator and she manages to see Jin's Tsugai, dying of fear and trembling. Jean comes to her and tells her to stay quiet, that this is a secret. On the other side, Hannah and Dara say that they inherited this job from the ancestors. Yamahai used to say to Dara that nobody could know about Yuru. He would go to the village to take supplies and information. Hana is always doing odd jobs around and never entered the village. Dara does not know the details that the old Yamaha did, and his full name is Ryu Tedera. Yuru asks what he and his sister are. Wright says that one day in the eastern village, twins divided by day and night were born. It was on the same day that morning and night had the same duration. In the era in which these two are born, the world splits. And from what they know, the last time this happened was 400 years ago when the country split into East and West and they warred. Further in the past, Japan split into North and South and also fought. Yuru believes that he and Asa are cursed twins destined to destroy the world. However, Wright calms him down. In fact, it is the people who want to take advantage of the power that the twins are born with. Yuru says that he does not have power, but it is a matter of time for Yuru to get it according to left. Wright says that Asa's power that she used in the village is the Kai, the power to force that anything in the world be broken. It was like that the barrier of the village was broken. The opposite is the Fu, which forces anything in the world to be locked. Hannah wonders what happens if the two collide, but nobody knows that, and right and left do not know if someone obtained the two powers in the past. Yuru asks how Dara managed to enter the village if there was a fixed barrier all the time. He says that he has to do a GTA code about 10 times to manage to enter the village. And because Dara is from the Tadera and knows the village for a long time, he can enter and leave without problems. Yuru's mother is from the lowlands and managed by accident to enter the village. Sometimes people who get lost on trails in the mountain end up entering by chance in the village. Yuru remembers when his mother told him that his name comes from her land, which means night. And she said that she really wanted to take him there, together with his father and his sister, to know the hometown. The little group stops in a parking lot, and Yuru learns correctly how to use the modern bathroom. Flush, wash the hand, but cannot use the dryer because it makes noise and looks like a dragon. After leaving, he turns off the light too. Ready, etiquettes of the modern world, level 1 learned. They are in a festival and Yuru says that this world is very practical and convenient. The three are amazed with the technology of the lowlands, like the lights that appear at night and the huge stone castles. But Yuru says that Dara explained that these are buildings and many people live in them. The lords think that that can only be the capital to have so many people, but actually Yuru says that the capital is in Tokyo and has a population of 10 million inhabitants. Right goes crazy with so many people it needed a lot of stone to build the buildings. Left asks if Yuru will really look for Asa in that many people. Yuru says yes. Despite him liking Hana and Dara, they have connection with Grandma Yamaha and with the village that lied to him for all these years. So he cannot fully trust them. He also cannot trust the person who appears out of nowhere and says to be Asa. What Yuru wants is to talk with his parents about everything. For that, he has to find the supposed Asa and ask her about his parents. Because of that, Yuru wants the help of the directional lords. Left and right logically agree. Right is very excited for something after 400 years, and Left is serious to fulfill the master's will. He says that she is more used to hunting than being hunted, that one there puts fear in general. She really is a big woman. They return to Dara, and he says that Hana arranged a nice place for them to live. Now, it is time to start the moving. Yuru asks what is that thing that Dara uses to talk. Then to make things easier, he says that it is like a smoke signal. The directional lords farmed Aura today, and Yuru showed that he is a hunter better than Gon. Just watch. Yuru and Dara and the directional lords arrive in their new dwelling. Yuru is surprised at how the interior of the stone houses is. Hana says that for now there is only light and water, but the gas the people will come install another day. Dara stays in the western room and Yuru oriental style with tatamas. The boy goes crazy in having an article of luxury of this level. Only Asa could have this in the East Village. Yuru is having fun with this room full of tatamas, and then appears a dog and a cat cute and give paw hits on him. Hana presents the little animals. They are Kotetsu and Jiro. Right enters and introduces himself with his master. He and the left are the directional lords. Kotetsu and Jiro are Hana's tsugai. Yuru does not believe in this and immediately takes a punch in the rib and some claws to stay sharp. Right says that this is their residence and must show respect. This duo is called Zenkokuro. Yuru now respects them and introduces himself. The name of this fake family will be Dano, since Dara already had his identity exposed to the Kajimori. Dara thanks, and Hana says that Yuru will have to use this name from now on. Yuru does not believe that they have surname. This is thing of royalty. Hana explains that this is very normal in the lower world. Dara adds fuel to the fire, saying that Hana is owner of lands, but the mountain that she possesses is passed from generation to generation in the Dano family. But as nobody takes care, it is abandoned to the moths, and there is not even how Hana sell the land. Yuru wants to go there hunt, but it is not something simple like ride bicycle to ask these things. In the lower world, it needs license to hunt and also permission to drive the such iron carriage. Now Yuru is not liking any more this new world. Cut to Asa training her power break. She is improving and out of nowhere destroys the decoration of the garden. Then arrives Master Gonzo, seeing that Asa is doing well. She apologizes for always keep destroying the things with her power. The master seems calm and says that as long as nobody dies, she can train at will. The master asks Jean to clean the mess, and he calls his Tsugai Love to do the cleaning. The master and the others went to visit Gabby, and she is playing softly and says that did not need to bother themselves. Gabriel is all happy and says to the master that as well. That's right, my good. The toothy Tsugai has the most common name and is a Western name. What craziness, right? They are in a light and relaxed mood. Then Jean gives a knife to cut the apple, but Gabby does not want anything cut by this knife that who knows from where came. Jean says that this knife did not cut any person, but it was close, right? The master drinks his tea and says to Gabby focus on recover and asks Asa to stay in the mansion with her. Because if the rumors that the two siblings are in the lower world spread, certainly she will be in danger. There are even people from the Kajimori that are after Asa and Yuru. This mansion is the most safe place. And Jean is put in charge of looking for Yuru, said that he asks for an image or photo of the kid. Then Asa makes the drawing most nothing to do. Gabby, I don't know what it is, and Gabriel is a complete artist. Jean says that we'll call the Tadera clan to confirm this. After that, Asa goes to Jean and says that the Tsugai of her brother have a sharp sense of smell, to the point of distinguish someone by the smell of the blood. Gabriel arrives and gives a drawing of the directional lords. At night, Dara is light after the bath, and Hana did not like that he removed the beard. Dara says that it is better for his disguise, and Hana says that he lost the only similarity with her beloved Jason Statham. Dara got hit for free without doing anything, poor guy. He asks where is Yuru, and Hannah says that he went to take a walk to know the region and will stay safe with the directional lords near him. Dara notices that his machete is not in any place, and look that he left at the door. Yuru only can have taken the machete. Hannah gets pissed with the kid already going to do nonsense again. Yuru observes the night in the city, and still it has not dropped the realization how there it is incredible with a bunch of stars on the ground. Wright says that he must have regretted to look for the sister in a place so vast like this. Left comments that they also are after them, so very soon they will bump into each other. Wright likes this double hunt. Then Yuru confirms that they feel the presence of other tsugai like they did with the goddess Ashira, and that they know how is the smell of the real Asa. As Yuru knows that the Kajimori possess various tsugai, Asa will be where her smell is together with various tsugai. Said that Right and Left transform themselves and take the master flying to search. The kid screams in despair, and the two increase the frequency of the searches and stop in some corner of Tokyo. Yuru even vomited, poor guy. Right feels the smell of Asa and of various tsugai they're near. Left asks permission to attack them if necessary. Yuru says that they can be peaceful like the goddess Ashira, but Left says to Yuru to not apply the sense of humans and tsugai. They live in worlds completely different. Yuru understands that must treat unknown tsugai like bears and boars. Said that Right feels a smell nearby, and in the parking lot, the Kajimori talk by the cell phone searching information of Yuru. Right, Left, and Yuru are hidden listening everything, and the Right says that their tsugai also know that they are there, but they are hidden. Then Asa appears, and when Yuru sees her, gives a tremendous trigger of the incident in the village, and Yuru runs after her. But Right perceives the trap because the smell of the blood is old, and Yuru is devoured by Jin's tsugai and stays trapped. Jin says that he deceived the lords, taking advantage of their sharp sense of smell, and the Asa that is there is only a bait to capture him. Now Jin is sure that he is Yuru, and his tsugai are the scavengers. Hannah is crazy because they need to go after Yuru. Dara knows this but is very calm. However, Hannah is worried that the kid get hurt too. If something happens, he does not have any document of the lower world. That is, he does not have health insurance, and everything will come out of the pocket of the two. Hannah asks Jiro to smell Yuru's clothes and search for him. Jiro did not like much, but goes after the little pest. Meanwhile, Kotetsu uses the cell phone with GPS to identify the location of Jiro, and it seems that the dog found him in Tokyo. This one traveled very fast with the directional lords. Dara knows that there is some reason to go so far like this suddenly. There, Jean says that the East Village wishes to monopolize the twins. But for having suffered an attack recently, there is no way the village to have sent people now to capture Asa. However, there is a chance of everything be part of a more elaborate plan to catch the Kajimori off guard. So Jean thought fast and devised this plan. Jean thanks Yuru for having gone and killed them instead of them searching him. Yuru tries to get out with the machete, but it does not work. Said that the directional lords already were discovered and have to reveal themselves. Left did not feel smell of any weapon with them. On the other hand, all there have tsugai, and the pairs of the other two did not reveal themselves. So the directional lords will show the face to them and keep walking calmly, and the atmosphere is hostile. The random guy orders them to stop because his master was captured, but Right and Left do not care at all. The lords go after Jean first, and Yuru asks apology for having acted by impulse. Right says that is okay, but Left tells the kid to stay quiet now. While he is there inside, the big fish cannot leave the place. Jean and the Kajimori do not understand why the tsugai that are giving orders to the master. Yuru gives a lot of freedom to the lords, and Right says that it is like that it works with him. Left says to take it easy because the enemy is unarmed at the moment, and Right says the same to the brawler woman. Jean asks Truth to summon weapons, but they do not have effect in the stone bodies of the directional lords. The two are even farming aura-blocking bullet with the body. Right is not liking this annoying weapon that is the shotgun. The enemy tries a grenade launcher, but if nothing helps, the tsugai spits a lantern of stone and does not make any joke with Right. Meanwhile, Left blocks the piece of iron of the bald one and throws him the pillar. Jean uses a katana and it is broken by the body of Right. Now that they saw that they are armed, they will not go easy. The Kajimori orders their tsugai to attack, and a turtle puts a super weight on top of Left, while Right gets beaten and is humiliated by the small hair and continues getting beaten. Right asks for help, but Left is enduring the turtle on her. Yuru thinks in a plan to help and throws his machete in the face of the turtle, thus freeing Left, who breaks the teeth of the big fish and frees him. Yuru gains time, grabs the machete, and tells Right to turn off the lights of the parking lot. Now, the darkness reigns there. The Kajimori are together, and the hare tells Haruo that she feels the directional lords moving away. Ji knows that they did not run away because the Tsugai of Akio are on guard and would warn of something. Yuru would not escape. So he remembers that the kid is a hunter, but it is late, and the protagonist crouched attacks the legs of Jean, but he dodges by little. Said that Yuru makes Jean a hostage and injured his heel. Right and Left return and say that they acted in an unusual way, only thinking in the final result. The darkness is not a problem for their master. Yuru manages to handle himself. Haruo gets impressed with this confidence of them in their master. Right and Left guide themselves by the smell in the darkness. Yuru asks if it was Jin's clan that attacked the East Village. He answers that yes, and it was who ordered the attack. Yuru is itching to cut the guy without mercy, but calms himself and orders Jean to use the cell phone to contact Asanao. She has to arrive there for Yuru to hit a little chat. My good, what a cool episode. This small fight that was so dynamic, and with Yuru thinking fast and managing to capture Jean as hostage was too much. Comment if you liked it, leave your like, and share the recap with a friend. Subscribe there and see the description for more recaps. Thanks for the support of always, and that's it.